Hello everybody. So now I am going to present demonstration of polymorphic power or a behavior of interfaces. We know in the already the previous lecture what do you mean by interfaces. Interface is a collection of abstract members and variables. Here the polymorphic comes in two cases. One is we can achieve a polymorphic behavior using method overriding or a abstract class, and same concept we can achieve using interface. But there is a difference between achieving a polymorphism using method overriding and achieving the polymorphic behavior using the interfaces. That is, the classes are not related to each other, then also we are able to achieve a polymorphic behavior using the interfaces. But whereas in case of method overriding, to achieve a polymorphic behavior, there must be an inheritance concept. That is, there must be a relationship between the classes. But here in interfaces, there is no need of relationship between the classes. That is what we can say, that the interfaces are very important as compared to the abstract classes, because though the classes are not related to each other, we can achieve a polymorphic behavior. So let us come to what do you mean by polymorphism. Polymorphism means many forms with same name. For example, woman at the same time can play a role of mother, sister, wife, teacher. So she possesses different behavior in different situation. We'll call that as called a polymorphism. So for example, so we can say that there is a one function called draw. So this draw function, the name of function is same, but it can draw a triangle, it can draw a rectangle, it can draw a hexagon, any 2D figure. So if this is a situation, we call this as a polymorphic behavior. So this polymorphic behavior can be achieved using interfaces. Let us see the example program to display the number of points in the figure using interfaces. That is, the figure may be triangle or rectangle or hexagon or cube, etc. So let us define one interface here. Interface I.Y. Interface I.Y is this. I.Y is the name of the interface, in which there is a method, abstract method called get number of points. This get number of points will display the number of points in the figures. For example, if you consider a triangle, the number of points is 3. If you consider a figure called a rectangle, there are 4 points. Similarly, hexagon, there are 6 points. So this we will call it as a definition of interface in Java. Name of interface is I.Y. This is user defined interface name. You can give any name here. So coming to the class which implements the interface I.Y. The class called rectangle implements I.Y. As you know already, so in order to implement I.Y interface, we need to use a class implements. So like to derive a one class from another class, we'll use a extend keyword. Here to implement interface, we need to use the class implements. The class rectangle is implementing the interface I.Y. So the class rectangle must implement that member, interface member, get number of points. So in the I.Y interface, there is no function body, but rectangle must implement that get number of points inside this class. That is, here we have written a complete function body, get number of points. That is, it will display number of points is equal to 4, because in the rectangle there are 4 points. And one more thing you observe here, if the class is implementing any interface, then that method explicitly you need to specify it as a public. interface member must be specified public. So this is about the class rectangle. Similarly, class triangle implements I.Y. It implements get number of points. Will define entire method which will display the points is equal to 3. Like that, you can define hundreds of classes which will implement I.Y. Inside those classes, we need to implement get number of points. For simplicity, we have taken a two class. One is a rectangle class, one is a triangle class. Coming to the driver program or a main class, that is class main app. Here there is a main method. Inside that, you can observe here I.Y is the name of the interface, IR is the interface reference. As you know already, for interfaces, we cannot create a object of type interface. Creating an object means using new keyword. For example, we cannot write a new I.Y here. So that is I.Y. We cannot write like this. So this is, I'll put here. You cannot write this one. So because for the interfaces, we cannot create the objects. We can create only interface reference. So this is totally wrong. But we can store the object of class which implements the interface. That is, the class triangle is implementing the interface I.Y. We can store object of class triangle inside the interface reference IR. So through this interface reference, we can call the interface members of the I.Y. We know already get number of points in the interface member. So it will call the interface member defined inside the class triangle. Triangle class in which it displays the message number of points is equal to 3. This gets executed because we stored in the interface reference object of type triangle. Similarly, in the interface reference, we are storing the object of type rectangle because rectangle class is implementing the interface I.Y. Through that interface reference, we are calling get number of points, which will display the number of points is equal to 4. That is already defined inside the rectangle class. Number of points is 4. So here you can observe that the statement get number of points is same as the statement get number of points here. For the output we are getting is different. From this statement we get the output is number of points is equal to 3. And here from this statement we'll get the number of points is equal to 4. So this concept we'll call it as a dynamic polymorphism. Why it is called a dynamic polymorphism? At the runtime, the object, which type of object you are storing in the interface reference, based on that you will get the different output. At this point, the triangle object is stored in the interface reference. It gets executed the get number of points defined inside the triangle. So we will get a number of points is 3. Here you will get a number of points is 4. So this we will call it as a dynamic polymorphism. Though the name is same but performing different tasks. That is what it is. Same name gives different meanings. That is why we will call it as a dynamic polymorphism. So another way you can define it using like this. I.Y create array of interface reference, store object of type class triangle, and next is object of type class rectangle, and end this. So this is here, this is what I'll put. This is a comment now. So now this is an IR is an interface reference array. In this we store the two objects one is a triangle and one is a rectangle object. We can call this one using single statement, that is, here I write for I is equal to 0, I less than IR dot length I plus plus. Then, so interface reference is in an array, IR of I, get number of points. So now you can see, so I'll remove this completely. We created an interface reference array IR. In that we stored two objects, rectangle and this one triangle. So we are calling those members. See this one, there is a single statement. It displays two outputs, different outputs. One is points is equal to 3 and points is equal to 4. This is what we call it as a dynamic polymorphism. If you store 100 objects here of different figures, you will get a different output, though the statement is same. This you will call it as a dynamic polymorphism using interfaces. So this is what the power of interfaces. Thank you.